Just stab him and be done with it. No. Hey guys, it's Sexy and welcome back to Game of Thrones Ascent. And oh my god! I had to catch up watching the rest of season 6 because, well, the final 3 episodes. And oh my gosh, the final episode was so, like, I got so hyped. It was ridiculous. You got Dany and the dragons, and then she's going to Westeros, and just like, oh yes! And then you had, oh my god. Oh, by the way, spoilers. And then you had, oh, I'm so upset though, because Marjorie is dead. Oh, I loved Marjorie so much. Like, the whole time, it was like, oh my god, just Marjorie, just go. And then she was trying to get her brother. I was like, you know what? Forget him. He's a lost cause. Just go. Ugh. But enough of that. Let's get into my own house. House Vane, and let's see these Starfish. I don't even remember what these 2 missions were. Helpful Tiana, Don, whatever that name is, sent the poachers packing, but they accepted the mercy of some mutton and grain. Oh yeah, that was the poachers in our lands. The game begins. This is, I think this is story. Let's turn that down a bit. Alayaya Brax worked with Varys' spies to reveal that Lord Stark secretly confronted the Queen with his knowledge that yeah, the game begins. Part 3. Varys approaches Kirth. The wheels are in motion, he says. Lord Stark offered the Queen exile if she flees with Joffrey before the King returns. Ask Varys if Queen seriously accepted the terms of exile. No. Well, I know that. Varys leans close. I am not yet sure of her intent, he says. However, the Queen does not want to suffer the shame of exile lightly. And she's just probably like, exile? You want me to get out of Westeros? You want me to leave this lavish lifestyle to go somewhere else where I'm probably hated? I mean, because the Lannisters are no idiots. They know people don't like them. But all their money is just like, oh, we don't care if you don't like us. We're getting paid. Guess that the king will pursue his treacherous wife to the ends of the realm. Varys nods gravely. If Robert's vendetta against the Targaryens is any indication, he will not rest until the queen's blood stains his crown. Yeah, it's just there will be no justice unless Lannister blood is spilled. That's true. Lannisters must die. For the death of Elia, for the death of Marjorie now, death of Tommen. Because if Cersei never did that, Tommen wouldn't have died, so, you know. Suggest that Varys and his spies to watch for the next move of the Lannisters. Hope that the Queen leaves King's Islands with her incest-born son for the sake of peace. That's not gonna happen. Which one do I want? Realm, Old Ways, Truthful. Let's rebuild that one. Keep your ear to the ground, Kirth urges Varys with a wink. When the Queen makes her move, we'd better be ready. Varys smiles wirily. Right? Oh my god, what is that? And I'm pretty sure I've heard that word before. Okay, wirily. I think that's what it is, wirily. Hang on, let me see. I think it's wirily, Riley, or something like that. I don't know. Whatever. It takes his leave. We got fish out of it, so it's like whatever. The second story men. Rona motherfucking Gray. We've had such a rash of burglars, my lady. A merchant sworn to Lady Raider was most recently victimized, and he has complained to his lady. Alvin, this affects the prosperity of my holdings. What ought I do? Alvin of Old Town. We must be forthright about it. There are already whispers. Announce the burglaries and organize a public manhunt for those responsible. Simon, you know these merchants as well. What are your thoughts? Simon Groot. Ye gods, we must keep this silent. Don't let the others know we are vulnerable. Instead, set up an ambush. Something so good they can't resist. That might work better. Let's do that one. I'm sorry, Alvin. I mean, we try to play this game honor-bound and truthful so much, and then we'll end up like Ned Stark. I like my head on my shoulders, thank you. The King in the Kingswood. Kirth heads to the Kingswood in hopes of ferreting out more information. On his way out of the city, a drunken gold cloak shouts, "Stop, minstrel! Inquire about the drunkard's problem." What the heck do you want? Franklin of the City Watch. The guard slurs. You've been asking lots of questions, Kirth sighs. How flattering for someone to notice, and to send such a smart representative. Trip the drunken guard and pin him down. Study the guard and to determine if he's a threat. Someone can play drunk. Kirth studies the gold cloak. Bruises, wandering eyes, and what's that I hear? The clink of a fat purse. Kirth grins. My favorite sound. Just stab him and be done with it. No! Just go. I so want to do that so bad. I want to do that. Let's do that one. Just stab him and be done with it. Kirth says, sorry about this, but you made it too easy. More guards arrive and see him pull free his bloody blade. Kirth runs halfway to the king's one. Oh god. Why did I do this to Kirth? I'm so sorry, Kirth, but I just wanted to see what would happen. Kirth strolls into the royal campsite, whistling a merry tune. Royal guard lifts a spear. Who are you and what's your business here? My business here is with your mother. Use the family name to give answers to the camp. Demand with feigned entitlement that the guard announce Kirth's presence. Yeah, use the family name. My good fellow, don't you know me? No matter. My cousin Lady Vane knows me very well. Starter guard backs out of Kirth's way. Yeah, back up. Lady Vane ain't having this. Lancel Lannister. Oh yeah, rest in peace, Lancel. I mean, I would imagine being burnt alive by regular fire is pretty gruesome and painful. But I wonder being burnt by wildfire is just like 1,000 times worse. I would imagine it's like being burnt alive while having acid poured on you. That's what I would imagine being burnt by wildfire is like. And I don't know why, but I guess because it's green, I feel like it's related to acid. So, you know. While the king hunts, Lancel approaches Kirth. I know yours ties to House Martell. We have a common interest. We want to see King Robert dethroned. No, we want to see the Lannisters dead. You're really not talking to the right person right now, sir. The house I'm what is it? Vowed to? What's the word again? The house I'm allied to wants your house dead. King Robert would be just a victim of circumstance. Feign innocence and ask why Lancel thinks you'd want to dethrone Robert Baratheon. It's no secret House Martell wants to usher a Targaryen onto the throne. I have another king in mind, but our aims are equal, unless I've misspoken. Amidst our House Martell would like to see King Robert lose his crown. Press Lancel to reveal why he wants to remove Robert from the Iron Throne. Lancel smiles wickedly. I can think of 1,000 more fitting men to rule the 7 kingdoms than Robert Baratheon. So can everyone else, especially his heir, Joffrey. Okay, Lancel, you're drunker than Robert Baratheon. And that's saying something. Promise to hear Lannister out, but don't trust the Lannister for a second. You never trust the Lannister. Unless their name is Tyrion Lannister, there is no reason. Unless their name is Tyrion Lannister and you've been nice to him, there's no reason to trust the Lannister. Like, it's one thing to be considered, like, oh, a drunkard in this day and age. Because we, like, have Twitter, Tumblr, Facebook, other forms of social media that I don't know. YouTube. Someone could be in Texas and be a drunkard, and someone could take a picture of them, post it on Twitter, and be like, oh, this guy's a drunkard. And then, like, it'll take, like, 10 minutes for someone in, like, what? Freaking Japan to see the picture, and it's all like, oh, this guy's a drunkard, okay. It will, but in this, like, time era, like, it takes days for news to fly. Like, literally, the news being sent by bird, or by people. And so, it's like, what do you say when the entire 7 kingdoms and everything around it knows you're a drunkard, knows you as the drunkard? It's like, wow. It's like, even in Westeros time, like, this medieval era, rumors travel fast. Like, you don't, if you want to get somewhere fast, you don't need to be the Flash or Quicksilver. You need to be a freaking rumor. They get there in seconds. I'm listening, Kirth says slyly. Talk or leave. You're blocking my view. Lancel smiles. Play coy all you want, minstrel, but we have much to discuss. Lancel lays out his plans to Kirth. Distract the human hunting party. Wait, what? Okay, I totally read that wrong. Lancel lays out his plan to Kirth. Distract the hunting party. Fill the king with enough wine to dull his senses. He'll surely make a fatal error. Ask why you must leave the king's hunting accident to chance. House Martell mustn't be tied to this plot. Deliver the king's drink discreetly. Yeah. Callie Egan deliver wine to the to what? Cask? Does I say cask? The wine, whatever, to King Robert, who drank deeply until his beard was soaked. He continues his hunt on unsteady feet. The king and the kingswood, kings and the kingswood, king and the king and the kings and the kingswood. King Robert shouts, "Back! All of you back! I'm taking this monsters alone." All others depart. Kirth sneaks closer as the giant boar draws near. See if King Robert looks as drunk as he sounds. Offer a song to Kingsley Slayer. Warn the king to be careful. Just be careful. Quiet. I know what I'm doing. Robert's spear tumbles away as the great boar crashes into him. The king draws a knife to stab it, but his blood is everywhere. Thus the end of King Robert. Robert lies quiet and bleeding. Guards and lords struggle to pull the king from beneath the huge boar. Kirth runs to the campsite as fast as he can. Look for something to help the king with his wounds, except that King Robert is surely going to die. Take advantage of the chaos and steal some valuables. Nah. At times like this, you have to try to appear like you care. Kirth races to the camp, further frightening the already panicked servants. Eyes light on Robert's tent. Those fine sheets. They might do. Set servants to boiling wine and gather the king's bedding. The sheets are better than the leaves already packed into the woods. Kirth mutters the king may live for a few more hours, in agony all the while. Now, just give him some milk and a poppy. Lancel, what do you want? Kirth watches the king carried away when Lancel appears queasily at his side. Well done. Robert won't recover from his wounds. Our business is over. Ask Lancel how long the king will survive. He thinks the king will survive. Lancel eyes the king's wounds and shakes. I give men hours at best, but Baratheons are fierce. He may survive the trip back to King's Landing. Yeah, Baratheons don't know how to die. Press Lancel to learn why he appears disturbed by the king's wound. Lancel wipes sweat from his brow. Robert is a poor king, but king nonetheless. If he had the common decency to die without our help. If only he had the Then Lancel to make sure he never reveals House Martell's blah blah blah. Tell Lancel to prepare the Iron Throne for Daenerys Targaryen and hope that Robert lives long enough to die a death befitting of the Iron Throne. Sure. Look on the bright side, Kirth says. At least Robert died with a weapon in his hand. Far more kingly a death than a heart attack in a whore's company. Hey, those whores you speak of, they are working their butts off. They don't need your slander, pal. Bad Kirth. Kirth finds the hall outside Robert's sick room full of counselors. Varys says Lord Stark is inside. Lord Renly asks, "And why are you here, Kirth?" "You know my name?" Asks the news of the king's condition. Grandmaster Pycelle. Ugh. I'd say rest in peace, Pycelle, but why? There was little to do and so much to be done. Even if the pig had taken him right here in this hall, even then I could not have saved him. Admit you're sure the king is going to die. Try to learn what's been said inside the sick room. Lord Renly, we'd all know if we could, of course. Renly shrugs, who wouldn't? But we'll know when Stark emerges, not a moment sooner. Suggest that the Hand will need all the help he can get in this crisis. Okay, Kirth watches the door along with the others. Bad times ahead, I fear. Lord Stark will need the loyal allies to weather them. Lord Varys nods. Indeed, Kirth. Ooh, and we got some fur. Hey, you were right here while this guy was dying. Have some fur. Lord Eddard Stark. Give him milk of the poppy, says Lord Stark. As the Hand leaves, Varys asks, did you see what he was holding? A page with Robert's own seal. Ask Varys what he thinks the sealed document is. Varys says, no doubt it's just what you may think, my curious friend. Kirth scratches his head, but Varys waggles a finger. Don't play stupid, Kirth. Oh, Varys, trust me, he's not playing. Which the page contents were not a mystery. State that Varys probably knows more than anyone in the hall, including Stark. Express sympathy for Lord Stark to Varys. Yep. Because I know what he's about to go through. This is going to be a mess. Varys shakes his head at Stark's back. It's worse than you think, Kirth. That page names him protector of the realm until the heir comes of age, I'm sure. Really? Alright, so Kirth follows Lord Stark towards his chambers. As Lord Renly leaves him, Stark stops and looks directly at Kirth. You have something to say, too? I am getting a lot of, it is like, they are putting up with me more than I think they would an actual minstrel, whatever. Because I'm pretty sure usually these types of people, they will just shoo away. But I'm getting in on all the important stuff. And it's just like, I don't know. Is this normal? Kirth followed Lord Stark towards his chambers as Lord Renard leads him. Stark stops and looks at directly. Oh yeah. Offer Stark simply his dark time. Short last Stark brought it on himself. Tell Stark he'll need to be strong now. You need to be strong, my friend. Use that strength to keep your head from falling off. Lord Stark stops in his track, clenching his fist. Parchment crackles. Forgotten in one hand, he says, I'll be as strong as I need to be, and walks on. You need all your strength. Bernard the Sellsword. Kirth joins some Sellswords as one says, I'll miss that fat old king. Hands touch hilts, and Kirth looks for a way to avoid getting caught in a fight. Asks Bernard to clarify what he means. An end to easy days is all I mean. Robert was a soft touch. Some of the other sellswords frown at the description. Keep Bernard busy so he doesn't go blathering about Robert. Teach him not to speak so from of the king. Yeah, keep him busy. Let's not have a fight, I guess. Whatever. That was probably actually the way to wasteful. I should have saved that or something. Kirth departs. Sure that helpful Tiana Dondarian will keep Bernard out of trouble until morning. Yeah. No. Too rare for ravens. Tamar the Stark Guard, I mean. Kirth says, how's the hand enduring? Is there anything I can do? Fat Tom says, I'm not to say, Kirth, but I'm not to say, Kirth, I can't tell you about the secret. Ooh, there's secrets. Firstly, you failed because you told me that there was a secret to begin with. Comment favorably on his own health to get him talking, praise turns loyalty to Stark, to get him to tell, warn of the danger to set of kingdoms and try in this trying time.
I took your kiss away. Because this.
Oh my god. My sister just gave me a kiss on the forehead, and then she saw I was playing Game of Thrones, and then she literally did an act, sucked the kiss away. She hates this so much. Comment favorably on Thomas. Yeah, sure, let's do this one. Let's do the cunning one. Kirth says, you were in terrible shape earlier. Kirth says, you were in terrible shape earlier. Glad you're on your feet now. Tom says, thank you, but I'm not talking about the letter. Ali Seven Hells. Lord Peter Baelish. Ooh, that sounded pretty good, actually. Lord Baelish exits Lord Stark's room and nods to Kirth, still eyeing Fat Tom's pouch, I see. Just as when I went in. A letter's in there, I'd wager. Lord asks Baelish what he means. Look at him over there, with his belly, it's hard to conceal. All the way he stands, he draws the attention he tries not to avoid. Not a clever man. I know, he literally tells me, I'm not telling you about the secret. It's like, well, first of all, you want to keep a secret, you don't tell people there's a secret that needs to be kept. Like, that's secret keeping 101, sir. I saw pages about his meeting with Lord Stark. Hello. Littlefinger jingles a purse of coins. We spoke of gold and the need to keep order at times like these, making sure nobody forgets to pay the help. Treacherous snake, but I'll forgive you. But I'll forgive you for the battle of the bastards. I'll forgive this. Confess nervous to set all the swords and excited. We should hide our curiosity. I don't know. I don't know. I guess this be this way. I don't know what to say right now. Because, I mean, he's just gonna, even if I said, oh, I'm not interested, even if he acts like that, Baelish just gonna be like, nice try. I know you're interested. I know. I'm an expert at this stuff. Baelish chuckles. Best know where it's safe to stand, eyes flick to Tom, and to know where that letter's bound, though you didn't hear it from me. If Fat Tom would just tell me where he's going, I wouldn't have to go through all this trouble. Kirth cracks his knuckles. Oh, I can figure it out now. Set eyes on Tomard and his dog, his steps. Gather information about Tomard's recent activity. Yes. Ugh, this episode is going to be titled Sleuthing with Kirth. Where's my lady Tiana? We need secretive people. Kalia, you're up. Shadow him and see where he goes. Impede him. See who he complains to. Let's go. Which one is higher? Sabotage, I got 169 and 46. Let's go with this one. Impede him to see who he complains to. Kirth and Kalia seek to learn more about Fat Tom's letter. Darn it, Fat Tom. Alright, we got 1 hour left. Let's see. Speed up by 30 minutes. 30 more minutes, please. And another 30 minutes. Boom, and we only got 7 minutes left. So which we can go just get this. Yay! I don't know if I should be using my stuff up. Everywhere Fat Tom goes, Kirth and Kalia Egan is waiting to get in his way. Soon Tom allows the truth to slip that the letter is bound for Dragonstone. Yay! Level 36! Build up your intrigue, because that's what I'm using you for. Too rare for ravens. Alright, this will be my last mission before I end the video. Kirth startles as Varys speaks out of size. Your Martell masters have cause for concern. Lord Stark plans to seat Stannis Baratheon on the throne. Press Varys to reveal who he hopes will ascend to the Iron Throne. Varys eyes the walls of King's Landing. Men die casting their fate with false kings. I'll support whoever brings peace and stability to the realm. Assure Varys peace will come, but not at the hands of any Baratheon or Lannister king. I believe this more. Kirth pokes the Spy Master's chest. The Seven Kingdoms will flourish under a Targaryen queen. Varys draws a hood over his bald head. We shall see. Mr. Lucas! Are we back? Yeah, we're back with Lady Tiana, yes! The game begins. The game has begun, my lady. Kirth reports that Lord Stark is attempting to support Stannis Baratheon's claim to the Iron Throne. That makes 2 kings for 1 throne. Rona, who also tried to seize the crown. Stannis' brother, Lord Renly Baratheon, will likely stake his claim, but there will be more. I fear the contest for the crown has only just begun. That's true. Grote, how have the Lannisters reacted to the news of the Baratheon challenger? The news is still largely secret, but other noble houses move to support the would-be kings. They hope early favor will win them power later. We will remain neutral and let House Martell's enemies ravage each other over the crown. Yes, that sounds actually like war is coming. The 7 Kingdoms must be broken before it can be rebuilt. Send words to Prince Darth Martell. He should watch this Game of Thrones closely. Yeah, I like this one. Master Lucas bows, and your advisors follow suit. We will survive the storm under your rule, my lady. Lucas says, House Martell will prevail. Yes! The game has begun. The battle for the Iron Throne has commenced. Oh God, my throat.